so nervous. This sucks. I'm performing at Red Rocks. This is pretty sweet. All right, what am I supposed to tell you? First of all, thanks for the invitation. I was really flattered 6 months ago when somebody called and asked if I would do this. I don't know whose idea it was to have me write a speech. Probably someone who hadn't seen South Park, actually. But, of course, the invitation was 6 months ago, and as things turned out, this now happens to be the week that I'm making the final cut on the South Park movie. And so I found myself in the really bizarre position of having a major motion picture coming out, doing all the directing, scoring, and sound, and yet still having a paper due for my high school. And so you see, seniors, high school never really ends. It stays with you, like a bladder infection. All right, so what am I supposed to tell you? I asked my old high school buddy, Kurt Nichols, who teaches here now, Mr. Nichols, I guess his name is now. I called him and asked him what I should write a speech about, and he said I should just write something really simple and then use the thesaurus tool on the word processor to put big words in it. And I said, no, Kurt, I'm not going to do that. That would be iniquitous. And he said, dude, just do voices from the show. And I said, no, that's not, that's... You all stand up like flowers. All right, what am I supposed to tell you? I asked the school, in the invitation they sent me, they actually said, we'd like for you to offer some insight on your success, how you achieved it. All right, you cut little things out of construction paper, and you show it to George Clooney, and you get $10 million. Thank you. Goodbye. Now, the point is, nobody can tell you how to be successful. What worked for me won't work for you, because you're all going to do something completely different from South Park, thank God. You've been told how to do things all through high school, and in college, even more people are going to tell you how things are done. But from what I've seen, it's those few who figure out a new way to do something that really succeed. Whatever you decide to do, don't just learn how to do it. Figure out on your own how to do it faster, cheaper, or better. Do that, and people will throw money at you so fast. It's rad. Okay, so I'm not going to talk about how to become successful, because I can't do it. What am I supposed to tell you? I asked my mom. My mom told me I should advise you to go to college. Yeah, go to college. It is very important that you go to college. You must go to college. I actually got kicked out of college. But that isn't the point. Because it's not really getting a degree that matters. The point is that while in college you spend all these years being bombarded with new activities, new ideas, new people, and I didn't even know I wanted to make films until my third year of college. I met Matt Stone in college, I discovered Zen Buddhism in college, and I discovered that you can light farts on fire in college. College is very, very important. Don't get me wrong, you probably won't actually learn anything in classes at college, but college is a great opportunity to not really have to do anything for 4 more years. That's the key. And the whole thing about taking a year off and then deciding what you want to do, it doesn't work. Because trust me, I just went to my 10-year high school reunion, and the people that said they were taking a year off were still taking that year off. It was like a perpetual year off. So just go, just go to college. Yeah, so really I shouldn't talk about going to college because I got kicked out. So what am I supposed to tell you? I asked my sister, and she said that I should tell you insights on Hollywood. So I could tell you about how money, fame, and success really aren't all that great. I can tell you that, but I'd totally be lying, so they're awesome. Then I asked Matt Stone what I should tell you about, and he wanted me to tell you about Jar Jar, that new character in Star Wars, and how much Jar Jar sucks. Yeah? Jar Jar sucks, come on. Jar Jar rule! I guess I'm wrong about that. I'll tell Matt that didn't go over too well. Okay. So finally I asked my agent. Ironically, he gave me the best suggestion of all. He said, tell him that there's hope. And it took me a long time to figure out what he meant, but then I remembered how I felt coming out of high school. See, anyone under 30 is part of the Earth Day generations, where mankind's faults are pointed out more than our strengths and achievements. All through high school, you're taught in class and in the media that we're cutting down the rainforest, we're putting holes in the ozone, we're overpopulating the planet. You're taught that we've destroyed native cultures, killed each other in countless wars. You're taught about hunger and poverty and crime and blah, 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 blah. You're taught all these things, and then on graduation day, they release you into society as if to say, okay, now go fix it all. And it makes us a very cynical, self-hating society, and it has to change if we're going to get anywhere. Because we are the only animal capable of senseless killing, but we're also the only animal capable of senseless loving. I know this sounds totally cheesy, but we have to start believing in our whole species again. Because if we don't believe in our species, then we've got nothing. Sure, there are bad things in the world, like homelessness and Barbra Streisand and Jar Jar. But we are all trying to fix them. It's going to take time, and nobody really knows what they're doing, but we all have to stop putting the focus on mankind's faults. You can still fix the world without being a cynical hippie activist spewing a bunch of negative crap. I've always been an extremely optimistic person, and I suppose that is the biggest thing that attributed to my success. I believe in mankind. I believe that someday we are going to be a utopian Star Trek society we all dream of. It's hard to be optimistic. It's something that takes a lot of practice. But the way you do it is by learning how to laugh at things. That's what South Park is all about. Laughing at our faults rather than being angry about them. What most people don't understand is that laughing at things doesn't mean you don't care. It means you think positively enough to laugh. Like laughing at a 2-year-old when it says the wrong words. You laugh because you know that someday he's going to get it right, and so will we. So please don't start off these years pessimistically. It won't get you anywhere. Optimism really does lead to success. Because if you're an optimistic person, you're a happy person. And if you're a happy person, you're a nice person. And if you're a nice person, you can get people to do whatever you want them to do. So, I remember I went to orientation at Evergreen High School. That was when you started in 10th grade at Evergreen. And I was shown a video, and it was this old dude talking about how, and this is where I got this dude's voice. It was this guy going, "Your memories of high school will be the most treasured." And I also remember a lot of adults constantly telling me, high school is the best part of your lives. This is going to be the best time you ever remember. And then I remember sitting there on graduation day in my cap and gown and going, that was the best part of my life? Like, that kind of sucked. Well, I'm here to tell you it's not true. If you use these years to work hard and learn instead of partying too hard, and most of all, if you stay optimistic, I guarantee your best years are ahead of you. Okay, by now you figured out I'm not much of a speaker. It's a lot easier on Leno because he asks you questions. You just answer them. So for now, just forget everything I said. Just be stoked that you're graduating. You deserve to feel good and celebrate. As Steinbeck once said, without celebration, one loses the drive to succeed. Or as Eric Cartman would put it, "If you guys have the guys!"